Hi guys, we are back. I got my dog here, my husband here, Mr. Block or Benji.
Benji.
Okay.
I'm not a teacher.
Okay. So we decided to just film a short video kind of talking about his time living in Kenya because that is the setting of our story that we're about to read later on today. So I thought we would ask some of those questions that you guys asked in our Zoom call. So we'll start with this one. How do they drive? Like, on what side of the road do Kenyans drive on?
The exact opposite from Americans.
So they drive on the left side of the road.
Yep, same as pretty much the entire rest of the world. America's the only one that does it like we do it.
What is the culture like? Could you express it in a few sentences?
Poppy wants to say hi, guys. Hi, buddy.
Anyways.
I would say they like a lot of bright colors. So the women wear like really bright, fun yellows and bright reds and blues.
Orange,
like,
yeah.
Very poppy colors. Poppy, like our dog.
Big poppy.
And then, like, what do you mean when you say culture? Food is a lot of rice and like beans and
like we were talking about in the car, like how everyone holds each other's hands.
Yeah, that's like a very cultural thing. I guess like just being very relational. So like time is a big one. Like I think Hispanic culture does this really well too, actually, where you just spend a lot of time together and like you don't care as much about like Americans care way too much about like we're doing this for 15 minutes and then on to our next thing and then on to our next thing. And like Kenyan culture, not like that at all. Like we're gonna get dinner and we're probably gonna hang out for
we could be early, we could be late. It's
yeah,
not a big
like
deal.
Oh yeah, that's another huge thing. There's no like time sensitivity really in Kenya. Like everybody's late to everything, which is like I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like kind of
good,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was school like for you? So you went to a private school.
I did.
In Kenya. So can you maybe describe, like, did you guys sit in rows? What did you guys learn about in history? Like, I know it was different because you weren't living in America.
Yeah, so there was a lot of countries represented in the school that I went to because we were right next to the U.S. Embassy and the United Nations. So my best friends, like in middle school, were Indian and Korean and Kenyan, Nigerian, Ghanaian. So just lots of different countries. And Poppy is crazy, you guys.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. We didn't sit in like, well, yeah, we had our own individual desks, but they were kind of like gapped out throughout the room, and some of them were in pods, which is like so probably very similar to what you guys are experiencing pre-COVID. And then what else? I took, instead of having like a Spanish class in high school, I actually took Kiswahili, which is the language in Kenya. I took that from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. So
say one thing in Swahili.
Jambo, habari gani.
What does that mean?
Hello, how are you?
You learn something new every day.
Or if you want to say like what's up, you say sasa.
Sasa.
Yeah.
Okay. So you already mentioned a little bit about food. Maybe just touch on it. Like they do a lot of rice, a lot of what else?
Yeah, like rice, beans, corn, like the equivalent of like a spinach. Theirs is called sukuma wiki, but it's like it's kind of similar to like spinach.
Nice.
They don't do they have chapatis, which is like the tortilla equivalent, but it's like if you took a tortilla and a naan, like the Indian food, like the Indian bread, and you kind of like mix them together. It's kind of, you come out with a chapati, which is like very popular in Kenya.
Really quick, why did you move there? Because you were born in America. Why did you move there, and then why did you move back from Africa to America?
Moved there when I was 4 years old because of my parents' work. My dad was a principal of a school, like a college, and then he later was like the pastor of a church.
Here, in America?
No, there.
Oh, okay.
So it was like split time. I was there for 11 years. I moved back when I was 15. And we moved back because of my parents' work.
Different work.
Yeah.
Another thing, were you treated differently because obviously people in Africa and in Kenya have a different skin color? Do you ever feel like an odd man out? Did you ever feel like you wanted to fit in but couldn't? Like,
Yeah, when I was like young, my mom picked up on this really fast, but I had a lot of Kenyan friends and I would like talk to them like I'm talking right now without any accent or whatever, just how I normally talk. And then I would like walk outside and I would give to my Kenyan friends and I would start like without knowing that I was doing it, I would start talking in a Kenyan accent. Yeah. So, yeah.
And then, like, were you, I mean, I know you were younger when you moved, but someone asked, like, were you nervous to, like, move there? But I think a better question, I guess, would be, like, were you nervous when you moved back? Like, were you nervous to go to a different culture coming back to America once you had lived in Kenya for a while?
I was never nervous. I think, if anything, I would just say, like, culture shock is a real thing. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like just when you move to like I knew a lot of American things because I would come back in like the summers and stuff, but like just living in Kenya is different. The things that we had available to us, the things that mattered, there's just a lot of differences. So like when you move into America and then like there's a billion different choices of restaurants when we didn't ever have that, or like I thought American candy was like the best thing in the world because I didn't have access to it. So like I was never scared, but I was like very aware every time I'd come back to America that like America has a lot of access to things and takes for granted a lot of things that like the rest of the world just either doesn't have access to or
And then let's do one more question.
Sorry, this is kind of long.
It's okay. One more question. So our story is talking about a lion hunt and it's talking about a safari. And I know you've been on like lots of safaris to the point where you used to fall asleep in the back of the car. Could you maybe just share like one memory you have from a safari or something cool about maybe a safari, like being around like zebras and lions? Like what was that?
I've gotten to ride a horse on a safari. I rode a horse literally within touching distance of a giraffe. That was a pretty cool moment. And then we would ride in these open air vehicles for the safari. So like literally you can like, there's no windows. It's just like you're in a Jeep essentially. And we got to watch, like I've seen a lion hunt and kill a zebra. And then I've seen the lions get chased off by hyenas who come and take the kill. So the lion did the kill and they're eating it. And like the like cubs are there and they're all trying to get their food. And then in come hyenas and like push them out so that they can steal the meal. And we watched the whole thing.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Like National Geographic in real life.
In real life. Well, thanks for doing this. I know it's kind of, we're filming this late at night. That's why I'm in my pajamas.
7:53, 7:54. Okay. Almost 8 minutes. Thanks for watching. And go to Kenya when you can. It's awesome.
Yeah. Hope you guys like this new story. Say bye, Poppy. She says bye.